Hey, what's up? It's John, and in this video, I'm going to go over the pivotal grow and shift effects. So Josefin comes with a few effects that are pretty cool. This, parallax being one of them, or I'm sorry, Ken Burns effect being one of them. But another one that we use, and some folks like this, some folks don't, is this guy right here. When I hover over this image, the background positioning changes and it goes back. And then another one that we have that folks like and not like would be this guy right here. When I hover over this image, this background image, it gets a little bigger, and then it kind of goes back on mobile, or back off on hover there. And so I'm going to show you how to use these. I mean, obviously the easiest way is to go in and copy the section and then paste it. But here's what's kind of happening behind the scenes to set this up. So the section has an ID of Josephine Pivotal Shift. This is for the shifting background of the bottom left to the top right. And then you'll see in the custom CSS in the before, it has a link to this file. And so if I wanted to change this file, then I have to update this link to something else. So for example, let's say I wanted to change it to, let's do this guy. I'll go ahead and grab his URL, and then I'm going to change it right here. So you'll notice it changes it there, but then I also need to go to my background, and I would need to change it here as well. So I would pick this guy. That way, in case something happened, didn't work, they'd still at least see this one. And note that parallax has to be off for this to work. So now I have this kind of effect going on. I'll go ahead and save that. When you look at the CSS for this effect, basically what's happening is on the pivotal shift one, here we go, this guy, we're using the before pseudo element. We're putting a background position of bottom left, and then on hover, we're shifting that to the top right. So if you wanted to, you could, you could say, you could change this from top right to something else. Like we could say, oh, let's do maybe center left to center right. Now, sometimes it depends on how wide the image is to see if this will even do anything. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. So yeah, it's going to move it over a tiny bit. It's not as dramatic though as going from corner to corner. But if you had some kind of motion thing and you had a wide enough image, but once the screen gets to where, it's taking up the full width of this image, it's not going to work anymore. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to go ahead and change these back to top and bottom left. So that's how this shift one works there. And you can kind of, there we go. Now we're back to where actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it back to where we started from. So let me go ahead and change it back to the other picture. I think it looked better, the bridge, Brooklyn Bridge here. So I'm going to go in here, go to my background, select the Brooklyn Bridge background that I had, if I can find that real quick, amidst all of these images. Let me go back down. It's down here. I probably just went by it because I was in a hurry. There it is. I'll go ahead and copy this URL to upload my image, and then go to my CSS and replace with this guy. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want. That's cool. I think it looks better. Now the other one, down here, we have this guy who grows and shrinks. Now back here in the builder, you see it overlaps. It comes out of its shell, but on the actual front end of the website, it won't do that. It'll stay contained. It won't pop out up here. So let's see how this one's done. So if I go into advanced here, you'll see that it has a class of Josefin pivotal. The other one had Josefin pivotal shift. This one has Josefin pivotal, and basically it looks like we're just setting the background size and position here, and then on hover we're going to scale it up 1.1. And then also same kind of deal. Go to custom CSS, you're going to see that this table is there. So if I change this to 1.5 and save, let's go ahead and refresh this page and see what that does. I think it's going to be too much. I think 1.1 is probably right, because 1.5, I mean, it's not terrible. You know, 1.2 could look pretty cool. Of course, on mobile and tablet, they don't really work that well. I mean, if the user touches it, it'll do it. Yeah, I like 1.1, but that is how you would change this image out. Again, you'd have to set a new background in the content here and make sure it's not parallax, and then go to the advanced and make sure you have the CSS class, and then paste your link to the image that you want to use right there. All right, so that's how you've used these couple effects. Some people love them, some people hate them, but hey, it's up to you how you want to use them. All right, thanks again for purchasing Josefin, and stay fly.